Good morning, David Combe here with the Commodity Broking Services and debrief this Thursday the 27th of January, just coming up on 8:30 a.m. here. We obviously were closed for the Australia Day public holiday yesterday, so none of the, or certainly our local markets are all closed. So we've got a little bit of catching up to do here in terms of where our market's at, and the futures here are suggesting around a 30-point rise here. So what's brought this about? Well, we saw some good numbers out of the US for the housing, new housing sales, really quite unexpectedly good. 329,000 new dwelling sales for December. Expectation was for 300, so about 10% above that figure, previous 280. And then the month-on-month new home sales for December up 17.5%. Expectation was 3.5. So this really helped things along here. And at one stage, the Dow was over 12,000. But it did come off a little bit there after Boeing came out with some less than impressive numbers there. So let's take a look at the rest of those figures, and then we'll go back to the economic calendar here. So that Dow was settled at 11,985. The S&P 500 up 5.45 or 4.42%, and the Nasdaq up 0.74. Over in Europe, no magenta anywhere, so all green numbers here, with the majors, FTSE up 0.87, CAC up 0.73, and the DAX up 0.97. Yesterday, the Nikkei closed down, Hang Seng was up, and we're up 21 points on Tuesday's close. Futures to our region all pointing up, following that those good US numbers. So the Nikkei up 20, the Hang Seng up 77, and we're up 29. To our commodities, pretty well all moving up here. All of the energies up, and crude at 87.69. Then through to our softs, canola up 0.47, cocoa down 0.58, coffee up 2.7, corn up 2.14, cotton up 3.09, orange juice down 2.05, wheat up 2.18, sugar up 4.05, lumber down 0.61, oats up 1.84, rough rice up 3.02, and wool steady at $11.05 per kilo, copper at $4.28 and 3/4 per pound. That was up 1.46%. Gold up $10.20 to $1,342.5, and silver at $27.47. Over to our currency pairs, the euro was buying 1.3696 US dollars, pound 1.5902, and the US dollar was buying 82.2650 yen. Aussie was buying 99.87 USD, and the US dollar was buying 99.53 Canadian, and just 0.9433 Swiss francs. That's had quite a big move, the US dollar Swiss franc pair there. Let's come back over now to this economic calendar, and just look at some of these other numbers here. The Fed came out with their interest rate decision there unexpectedly, kept that at 0.25%, and New Zealand have done the same thing, holding steady. We've got some Japanese trade data out a little bit later on this morning, and then some Euro business climate, consumer confidence figures out early this or mid this evening, and some CBI reported sales out of the UK. That takes us into Friday with durable goods orders out of the US, quite a bit of data here out of Japan, retail sales, jobless rates, and so on. And then finally into our GDP figure out of the US on Friday night, which will be one to watch. Take a look at our Falcon Trader. just looking here, excuse me, at the US dollar index, and that seems to be continuing to sort of grind lower here. No reason to expect at this stage that trend would change. We'll take a look at where our index is. Just squashing that up a bit so we can see these big long-term trend lines here, and we can see that we are now reasonably well, or certainly have had a couple of sessions closing above that trend line there, so that should be pretty bullish if we can hold these levels and take out 48.30 as a level to the upside. That should allow us to be looking at 5,000 fairly quickly, I would have thought. So keep an eye on that one. This stage, though, to my eye, looking pretty bullish. I'm not going to look at too much else there just on this one, but we'll take a quick look at the vector vest and just see what that's saying here. We've got another green light on pricing, so we've got a day-on-day and week-on-week price increase, which it comes up as a mildly bullish, and so they're certainly suggesting that one can look at cautiously going in and buying stocks that are undervalued and have a good safety track record. Take a quick look at those top picks now in terms of value, safety and timing. This master vector here. Mineral Resources comes out on top, followed by Aluka, Index, GUD Holdings, ARB Corp, Kathmandu, GWA, Tower, Wesfarmers, Forge, Lend-Lease and Medusa now, having moved down the league table somewhat, having, I've mentioned a number of times on this forum, having been at the top there for many, many weeks. It's getting nudged aside here a little bit, probably on the back of this price movement down from near $8 to just a bit below $7 at the moment. So there's a few trade ideas if you want to go and do your research on those companies and look at them technically, see if you come to the same conclusions there. Interested for your feedback. So, there we go. So I'll leave it there. Thanks as always for your attention. Have a great day, and until next time, bye for now.